This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, now we start English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Now here's a mixed chorus, song of General Kim Il-sung. Winner prisoner meal chorus. Song of General Kim Jong-il.
You are listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, News Now. The respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un, Chairman of the State Affairs Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, received a reply message sent by Sabah al-Ahmad al-Zadeh al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, on the 5th. The message expressed sincere thanks to His Excellency Kim Jong-un for having sent congratulations on the occasion of the National Day of the State of Kuwait, and wished him good health and happiness, and the DPRK and the friendly Korean people great progress and prosperity. Kim Jae-ryong, member of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea and member of the State Affairs Commission and Premier of the Cabinet of the DPRK, made a field survey of different sectors of the national economy. He acquainted himself in detail with the actual conditions of the Unyul and Jae-ryong mines and underlined the need to tap all the existing production potentials and conduct the business activities in a creative and profitable way. At the Ryongnam dockyard, he took measures for relevant units to give precedence to cooperative products, supply electric power and materials in time, and actively introduce and generalize advanced scientific and technological successes. Premier Kim also inspected the Pyongyang coal mining machine factory and the Suncheon engine factory and called for properly doing business operation and management, boosting the production of new indices and putting spurs to the development of products badly needed for different sectors of the national economy. The consultative meetings held on the spot discussed the issues on applying business management methods suitable for actual conditions so as to revitalize the production and improve the quality of products, and on making a good cooperation between economic sectors. The State Academy of Sciences is intensifying researches to protect and multiply the animal and plant resources. The Botany Research Institute and the Zoology Research Institute under the State Academy of Sciences push forward the work to make a careful survey of the preservation of pure breeds of the pine tree, goshawk, Pungsan dork, and magnolia, symbols of the state, and their propagation and distribution, and to solve the scientific and technological problems for spreading them throughout the country. The Botany Research Institute clarified the biological characteristics of the plants of great economic and ornamental value, while actively protecting the endemic and rare species of the country, making successes in cultivating them across the country. Preparations are brisk to introduce into other units the new method of exterminating insects harmful to forest and other research findings whose effects and profitability were fully proved at the experimental stage. The Zoology Research Institute fully investigated the sanctuaries across the country, sent experts to learn about the ecology of endemic species registered as living monuments, and intensified researches into the artificial propagation technology of the world's protected animals, thus opening a prospect to introduce it into reality. The DPRK is taking measures for supplying materials to prevent the COVID-19. North Pyongan province is producing a lot of antiseptic solution every day while maintaining and strengthening the system of closely blockading, intercepting, supervising and informing the border areas. The Provincial Hygienic and Anti-Epidemic Center and People's Hospital recently produced hundreds of thousand items of medicines and medical consumables for the inhabitants. Officials of units at all levels in Tagang province prepared equipment for testing water quality and vehicles, contributing to further strengthening the material and technical foundations of the hygienic and anti-epidemic work. Mampur City and Zungang, Chasong, and Wuxi counties provide those under medical observation with materials necessary for their convenient life. The provincial and city-level institutions in South Pyongan province sent a lot of fuel, food, bedding, and subsidiary food to the provincial, city, and county anti-epidemic institutions and quarantine places on several occasions. The hygienic and anti-epidemic centers and public health establishments in South Hwanghae province built disinfectant production bases by themselves to satisfy its demand and take measures to fully supply medical consumables and medicines. North Hwanghae, Gangwon, and Ryanggang provinces are also actively supplying materials for anti-epidemic work. The DPRK ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary presented his credentials to the President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia on the 10th. Ambassador Shin Dong-gu courteously conveyed the greetings of Chairman of the State Affairs Commission of the DPRK, Kim Jong-un, to President Sahle Work-Zewde. The President expressed deep thanks for it and requested the ambassador to deliver the greetings to Chairman Kim Jong-un. She expressed the consistent stand of the Ethiopian government to constantly develop relations between the two countries with a long history and tradition. Japan resident Koreans in Nagano Prefecture are launching vigorous actions to protect their rights to national education. They denounced the Japanese authorities for their unjust moves of discriminating national education in different places, including the Nagano, Matsumoto, and Ueda City railway stations, and pushed ahead with 1 million signature campaign for applying the program for free education and upbringing of children to kindergartens of Korean schools. The Nagano Prefecture People's Council for supporting the independent and peaceful reunification of Korea, and other Japanese organizations and personages in the prefecture joined the campaign for the application of the program, and 12,360 Japanese citizens signed their names as of the 11th. The Venezuelan website El Club de las Naciones on the 9th posted an article entitled, "Public Health is an Important Criterion of Socialist Image." The article said, Korea regards public health as an important criterion of socialist image, through which the people directly enjoy the superiority of the socialist system, and continued. The public health policies of Korea thoroughly serve the protection of the people's lives and promotion of their health, and are enforced equally to everyone. One of the important reasons why the socialist public health draws the international attention is that it is a preventive medicine. Korea considers the preventive medicine a way to protect and improve the people's health and invests a lot of state funds in the prevention of diseases and provision of hygienic and cultural living and working conditions, the article stressed. And that's the end of the news. Cha Yun-yong in Pyongyang.
Now you will enjoy female chorus. Our comrade Kim Jong-un. Please enjoy a string ensemble. We believe in you as in heaven. root. One day in January 107 or 2018, the respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un visited the Pyongyang Teachers Training College. While looking around the college with an air of satisfaction, he said, "The duty of the teacher training colleges is important in making Korea as a country of education and the talent's power. People's viewpoint and attitude to the realities will be changed and consolidated according to what kind of education is given to them in their childhood." Park Myung-il, Vice Rector of the Pyongyang Teachers Training College, said,
이날 경애하는 최고령자 동지께서는 뿌리가 든든하여 충실한 열매가 달린 것으로
That day, the respected Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un said, "As healthy fruits come from the strong root, the ability of the students will become higher when the teachers have high qualifications. Promising persons to shoulder the future of the country will be produced among those students taught by teachers with a high ability. Healthy fruits come from the strong root." His instruction served as a guideline of life and work that enabled our teachers to devote their conscience to education with a responsible sense of duty as those in charge of education. Elated by the deep trust and expectation of Kim Jong-un, the teaching staff of the college are devoting all their wisdom and passion to training future teachers. That was an accountant at the title, Root, the best voice of Korea. We present a song, Ardent Desire. All of the smells he was exposed to will be high mountain. All of the cold rain he was exposed to will be deep sea. For our future and motherland, we'll hold him in high esteem. We wish good health to you, our comrade Kim Jong-un.
바람결이 어디를 스쳐도 그에게로 마음 달리네 멀고 험한 그의 그림도 찬하게 나오길 바랍니다. 원수님 계신 곳
We now bring you light music for piano, Best Wishes. We now present male chorus. Long live the Workers' Party of Korea. Please enjoy band music. Glory to our great party. Here is dance music, song of gender mobilization.
Now here's a female sextet, Masters of this land say.
우리는 왜 커피 수
Now here's a female chorus, only along the road of socialism.
갈 길이 멀다고 멈췄었던가 시련이 많다고 돌아섰던가 바라는 행복이 이 길에 있어 세대를 띄우며 한계만 반대 사업주의는 우리의 생명 사업주의는 우리의 진명 강을 믿고 끝까지 가리라 사업주의 오죽한 길로 내일은 있기에 지켜온 한길 그럴 줄 모르고 달려온 한길 이 길에 받쳐진 도치 왔다 절대로 헛되게 하지 않으리 사업주의는 우리의 생명 사업주의는 강을 믿고 끝까지 가리라 사업주의 오죽한 길로 우리는 영원히 사회주의와 사회의 운명을 함께 하리라 우리가 선택한 이 한길에서 강국의 영광을 펼쳐가리라 사회주의는 우리의 생명 사회주의는 우리의 진정 사회 믿고 끝까지 가리라 사회주의 오죽한 길로 사회주의는 우리의 생명 사회주의는 우리의 진정 사회 믿고 끝까지 가리라 사회주의 오죽한 길로 사회주의는 우리의 생명 사회주의는 우리의 진정 사회 믿고 끝까지 가리라 사회주의 오죽한 길로
Dear listeners, with this we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 6,185 kHz and 9,850 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz. And between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 6,170 kHz and 9,435 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.